Good morning. My name is Amy Marone. I'm with Sensorium Hypnosis. And today I have guest and client Lindsay here. And Lindsay and I are going to share with our audience a little bit more about an energy healing session that I had with her horse, Ryder.
But you could see it in his eyes that when you would try to catch him, he's like, I don't know about you. I don't know if I
Mm.
trust you. And so we don't know what was happening, what the difference, if he was depressed or if he was drugged. We're not quite sure what was happening.
Yeah,
He
let's
was,
talk about the problem. Yeah.
yeah, so we'll get
Uh-huh.
into the problem. So now a year later, he started developing watery stool. So it was when with a palomino, they have white tails and tan golden fur.
Mhm.
So when you have a watery stool situation happening, it's very messy and
Mhm.
it's constantly staining his tail, staining his whole backside. It's like
Mhm.
this whole big thing, and it was happening constantly.
Mhm.
And my parents tried a lot of different things. So
Mhm.
they actually dealt with it for 5 years. The only thing that really kind of helped was this all natural like digestive supplement that
Mhm.
was very expensive. So it cost him like $400 a month
Mhm.
just for his supplement. And the vets were like, "Oh, after a couple months you can start weaning him off and back it down and it'll be better." And every time they're like, okay, like he's getting better. And then they'd wean him off and then bam, it would come right back again. And it'd be like worse as ever. Nothing really changed at all. So whenever he was having an emotional response,
Mhm.
this would happen. Well, it
Mhm.
was Ryder's turn to stay behind. And so horses are herd animals. They want to be with their herd. They don't want to be left behind. They don't like it. And so this was when they were camping. So when they came back, he was just a watery stool mess. And my mom
Mhm.
said it was the worst she'd ever seen. He was running around. You could see him that he had been running around the corral and
Mhm.
there was just stool everywhere.
Want to talk about how this impacts mom.
Yes, that's important. So she is a perfectionist, we'll put it that way. It became like an obsession with my mom too. So they had this whole routine of cleaning his tail, cleaning his bottom. It's like constantly every other day. Like it was
Yeah.
consuming so much of their time and it was all in the of how it looked. They're worried because they don't know, is it something more than just
Yeah.
digestive, but nothing was coming up on that, like, and they're like, nope, he's checking out fine. So, and of course the vets are working with the physical, they're not working with the emotional or the psychological. So
And
because
well,
she had no clue that it
right,
was a huge part of
right.
her perfection needing situation
Yes,
going
right.
on.
That her anxiety is impacting and feeding this emotional distress the horse is experiencing, right? There's a moment in time where Ryder and I, like, our faces just move close together and we're just nose to nose, and I could feel his breath on I mean, I'm getting downloads of what the horse is wanting to communicate. That shocked and surprised me, I'll be honest.
Oh,
While at first going through the same process of trying to remove energetically any unhealed trauma, right? His digestive system would be less reactive, right, to his
yeah.
past trauma and to any additional trauma, right, that this anxiety dynamic between caregiver and horse had been inadvertently exchanging.
What, because you also had communicated too that this was his only form of control that he had. It was
Yeah.
his only form of being able to detox his trauma. So
Yes.
then the issue he was having was he wanted to detox this way. However, he was disappointing my mother by doing
Yeah.
it. So then
Yes.
he was having a battle between himself of well, I need to detox this way to get the trauma out, because now I'm safe. Now I'm loved. Now I enjoy life, but I can't do it 100% because I will disappoint it's like his mom, So,
Yeah.
so he didn't want to disappoint her. And so that was really, powerful to my mom.
Mhm.
I feel very moved right now. So
Oh,
sorry.
no, it's okay. It's okay. It was an incredible experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
wonderful.
But I just remember how much it helped my mom to
Wow.
realize wow, she's thinking she's just creating suffering for herself in the
Yeah,
moment of needing things to be beautiful all the time. And instead
right.
she's realizing she's actually making it harder for Ryder.
Wow.
And so that was just beautiful.
Mm.
It was a big lesson for my mom.
Sharing an insight with your mom that he's able to finally release his trauma because he feels this incredible unconditional love. A lot of caregiver moms anxiety is, I'm missing something, I'm doing something wrong, he's not happy here, he's not healthy, maybe we're not doing enough.
Right.
All those things that a mother can feel with a child to create the most warm, therapeutic environment for the horse to begin to just continue to release that trauma. Do you remember the time frame I
Yep.
estimated? And don't ask me how this information came through me. By the way, Lindsay,
Yeah.
I'm not an expert in horses. I'm from upstate New York. I came from a village where the houses were all on top of each other. None of my family or friends had horses.
So you originally said it was going to be 3 to 6 months before for him to fully release everything and kind of heal and have this not really be an issue anymore. And I asked, when we were prepping to talk about this, I was like, Mom, how long did it take? She's like, it was 90% better the next day.
Oh my God. By the way, this is news to me.
Yeah.
I did not know this. I'm just finding this out now.
She said it took 1 day. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, it was 90% better. She's like, and then eventually, I think she said it just took another month for it to kind of just stop. Yeah, but she had learned from this healing to just let it go. Right. That's a big message to a lot of us. That's my personal message, not related to horse butts, but it related to other things in life. You just got to let it go.